cross was carved from bones of dead. Kissed the ring, ignored the screams. Salvation sold in shattered dreams. He wore the guilt like holy skin. Confessed then sinned again. Thorns of the halo, bleeding pride. Saints in shadows always hide. Kneel before the beast you made. Worship scars and call it no gods will come to pull you free. When heaven rots from its own tree, you built your church on dying breath. Now choke upon the wine of death. Thorns of the halo, bleeding pride. Saints in shadows always hide. Kneel before the beast you made. Worship scars and call it smoke in the sky, no sun to rise. Just shattered screams and children's cries. Steel and fire, man-made tombs. Cities turn to dust and ruins. were blue, now stained with sin. Digging graves we're buried in. Old stained hands and hollow vows. No future left to save us now. We crowned ourselves bag of lies. They own your work, they steal your breath, they feed you slow and silent death. System slave, rise or fall, your back's against the bloody wall. Break the chains, ignite the flame, refuse to play their wicked game. Bleeds where sun once burned, steel and flesh, the lines have turned. No more kings, no flags to raise, only ash and toxic haze. We built this throne with fire and hate. Now more warnings, no more lies. The smoke still rises from our cries. History's dead and hope has drowned. We wear the silence like a crown. Ashes and iron, that's all that remains. Power through violence, truth through pain. No God, no mercy, no saving grace. Only the strong survive this place. sinking sand. My final breath was not the end. The silence asks if I repent. In the judgment shade I stand alone, with hollow heart and flesh to stone. No mercy left, no prayer to save. Just questions echo in the Do you hear me, ancient voice? Was damnation always choice? The gate is shut, the time is gone. I face myself, and I am in the judgment shade I stand alone, with hollow heart and flesh to stone. No mercy left, no prayer to save. Just questions echo in the through my veins. Whispers haunt the dead of night. Memories I still must fight. But steel is forged through flame and strife, and I will take back my life. The world may try to bend, but I won't break, I won't end. Ashes and glory written in my name, fighting through the fury, rising from the pain. No chains can hold me, no fear remains. Ashes and glory running through my veins. From the dust, I rebuild my soul. Through the dark, I take control. Every fall, every scar, made me everything I ashes and glory written in my name, fighting through the fury, rising from the pain. No chains can hold me, no fear remains. Ashes and glory, I am the flame. future through the haze, but all I feel are colder days. The past await, I can't outrun. My life repeats but never done. Trapped in the hourglass, drowning in years. Each second cuts deeper, fueled by cross was carved from bones of dead. Kissed the ring, ignored the screams. Salvation sold in shattered dreams. He wore the guilt like holy skin. Confessed then sinned again. Thorns of the halo, bleeding pride. Saints in shadows always hide. Kneel before the beast you made. Worship scars and call it no gods will come to pull you free. When heaven rots from its own tree, you built your church on dying breath. Now choke upon the wine of death. Thorns of the halo, bleeding pride. Saints in shadows always hide. Kneel before the beast you made. Worship scars and call it just shattered screams.